Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about the M1 Abrams, the US battle tank. Please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. The United States main battle tank. The United States is the creator and manufacturer of the M1 Abrams. It is the third generation battle tank from the United States and designed in order to win battles on the ground with heavy machinery. The research and development of the Abrams battle tank started back in the 1960s to replace the second generation M60 US battle tanks. The M1 Abrams is a brand new design starting from scratch and continuously researched and developed through the 60s and 70s and started production in the late 70s around 1976. The entire program went through a lot of up and downs, with a lot of criticisms from Congress or other military departments about costing too much or not having a good enough feature. But eventually, everything was solved and thousands of battle tanks were produced. Now let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Worldwide operators. Despite being a US manufactured battle tank, it is exported worldwide and shared with many countries around the world. In the map that you see right here, you can see there are operators all around the world that uses the M1 Abrams as their main battle tank. These other countries chose to leverage the United States research and development of a next generation battle tank rather than doing it themselves. And as a result, they can save the time and effort to develop a brand new tank and leverage the United States battle experiences and simply purchase these tanks from the US government. Of course, when the US government sells these tanks to the other operators, they will also provide training and service, which adds up to the cost of procuring these tanks. The Abrams tanks is similar to the Leopard tank in the German army, that they are exported worldwide into many different countries in many different fields. Now let's get to the next fact, fact 3, multiple versions. As I mentioned in the previous section, the M1 Abrams program started in the 1960s and 70s. And as you can imagine, technology has been continuously improving in terms of armor, armaments, equipment, night vision, for example, and so forth. And so the tank needed to be continuously upgraded. The tank is now in its third and fourth version. These third and fourth versions or variants aren't just in place minor upgrades of different things. From the outside it may look the same, but actually these are complete gut overhauls where different equipment is installed and different new technologies are implemented into the battle tank. For example, in the third variant or the third version, a lot of space, weight, and power issues that were identified in Operation Iraqi Freedom were upgraded and improved. Not only that, there's also a lot of improvements to counter IEDs or improvised explosion devices, which were laid on the side of the road and caused a lot of problems for the US Army in Iraq. Now let's get into the next fact, fact 4, rifled to smoothbore. The main gun on the M1 Abrams is now smoothbore, but it didn't always start that way. In the first iteration in the 1970s, a rifled main gun was chosen, and it also took in different ammunition. As time went on, and also looking back at the Leopard 2 tank development, the US government decided to adopt the Leopard 2 tank main gun, which is the Rheinmetall 122mm gun, because of the efficiencies and power that this gun provides. This gun is also used in all NATO countries and therefore allows the militaries to share ammo between its battle tank divisions so that in the case of an emergency, They don't have to necessarily bring their own ammo and can use the partner NATO militaries supply. It is also interesting to note that the Rheinmetall 122mm gun isn't exactly the same one used in the Abrams. The United States military has taken its design and tweaked it a little bit to fit what they think is best. So it is a little different, but derived from the same gun as the Leopard 2 and Challenger 2 tank from the British Army. It's fairly obvious that the Rheinmetall gun has been proven so successful that all major militaries, all major armies have adopted to using this weapon on their tanks as the main gun. Now let's get into the next fact. Fact 5. The Marine Corps is a former operator. The United States Marine Corps was one of the first operators of the M1 Abrams. When the Marine Corps had a tank division, this is the battle tank they used. However, as time went on, the Marine Corps realized that their battlefields are changing. The Marine Corps' mission is more about the first responder mentality, where they immediately insert themselves into a conflict and quickly stabilize the situation. They're not like the army where they station in and dig in for the long haul to either occupy or oversee a particular conflict zone. And so the Marine Corps realized that their battlefields are no longer ground battles out in the open fighting against other tank divisions, but instead becoming more tactical and amphibious in nature. So as a result, the Marine Corps completely disbanded its tank battalions and transferred all of its inventories of Abrams tanks to the US Army. As the time of this video, the United States Marine Corps does not operate a single battle tank. It has concentrated its efforts on amphibious warfare and other things such as the Osprey short takeoff and landing aircrafts. The Marine Corps is more about getting in and out quickly and fighting effectively instead of prolonged battles with tanks. That's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.